Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity. I run my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Abela lo kan yo. Ka go so aju lo. Hey. Awaye. Ati o lo a. Yao. Abela lo kan yo. Ni bi to jogba yi. Ni bi to nọmba. Ma ti si mo kan yo. Ma ja jiji. Wọ́n pe jamais forcé o, si tu connais. L'animateur Choco Nostra Yacine de Toyebi, l'homme a tout fait pour Mivito, Aniché les deux.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people. Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
L'Amérique n'a pas loupé nous. Quand il y a Sylvie, il y a quoi qui j'ai loupé presse. L'Amérique n'a pas loupé. T'as mon bien de moi avec moi au Nde. En somme à plus. Mon bâti au moins néo. Mon temps dit est à mon ça va bien faire moi dit toi. Mais là loupé yo. Quand on soit du loin. Allez. Envoyez. Bâti au loin. Yao, abela lokeyo, nivito jogbai, nivito nomba, artiste mo peyo. Manager Gigi, ouais t'es jamais forcé ou, si tu connais, tu connais. Animateur Choco, Noska Yacine de Toyebi, l'homme a tout fait pour Mivito, Aniché les deux.
Corruption is a cancer, is a disease that deprives countries and people in countries of their rights, and also it drains countries of their economy. It misplaces the economy, and it creates problem for people in the country, deprive them of their rights. And I think if Africans fight corruption and they see that their economies are managed properly, there'll be a lot of peace because it will bless a lot more people.
Good evening, folks. Samson to Liberia Public Radio. We're here again rocking it. We say thank you very much for tuning in to Liberia Public Radio. It's a wonderful day to be here again. It's a wonderful day. We thank God for this wonderful day. We also want to thank all of you that tune into Liberia Public Radio. Thank you very much. And we also say thank God for all of you as well. Safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening for bringing us together. My Lord, as we sit here and stand here before you again tonight, we say thank you for everything that you have done and continue to do. My Lord, we ask you to continue to provide the safety net for all of us. Without you, we won't be here. Because of you, we are here. And so we're not ashamed to stand in public to tell you thank you. Thank you for all that you're doing for our country, the Republic of Liberia. Thank you for all that you're doing for the leadership of the Republic of Liberia. My Lord, we ask you to give them wisdom to do what is good for our people. We ask you, my Lord, to give them wisdom to do good. We ask you to bless them as well. My Lord, we ask that you bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Thank you, thank you. As I stated yesterday, and this is what I will continue to do, Liberia Public Radio has a station manager, Mr. Nathaniel Crypoor. He's our station manager. He's been the station manager for almost 15 years, 20 years now or so. One of the best in the business. He has his own YouTube website that if you go to, you'll be able to enjoy the kinds of music he promotes out there. But he's our station manager, Nathaniel Crypoor, the best. We call him Chair Consular. He does a lot of stuff for us. There's no question asked. If I go off air right now, like most of the time you see me having trouble and things like that, he's behind the scene. He lives in Philadelphia, but he's behind the scene fixing things there for me to come on air. Thank you. Thank you. And that's Nathaniel Crypoor, folks. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So let's go on. I have a few things here tonight that I want to talk about. First thing first. I think Ambassador Baka and his people are doing great. They are doing wonderful job. The president is the father of the nation. And from that perspective, he's doing good. Every people, anyone you call, everyone in Liberia, and if you call anyone in Liberia, they will tell you the president is doing good. The country is good. And so I would say thank you, President Baka. Thank you very much. For me, I'm not concerned with the employment sector. All I can say is this. I'm a little bit embarrassed, to be honest with you, to see people who were in the vanguard of the campaign, who were at the backbone of the campaign, and they are getting angry and bad-mouthing because they didn't get the job or they were not appointed at certain position. So you want to tell me all the nyama talking, all the tabata you talking about because of job business? Because you want job? That's why you telling Liberian people they will get a presidency to President Baka so you can get your job? You are not talking on behalf of the people. You are not talking because you wanted Liberia to go forward. You are not talking because you wanted a better place for Liberia, except you want it for yourself. That is a deceitful behavior. You run campaign for President Baka to win and take the country to the next level. If it is your intention at the time to run campaign so you will get job. Yes, the funny thing about this whole job is many of these people coming from here, from the United States. Why job boku? Job plenty. Then they're running away from these job, plenty job here to go to Liberia, to go to why behind that thing here? What behind that Liberia job? That to steal. You think I here to come play for? That means you want to steal. They got plenty job here. You're qualified to work. But then you want to, as soon as you finish college here, why you can't even work here, small set, get the experience, then you come run away over there, then you get there. The man give me job, the man give me job, the man, that you business? Eh? That for job business, you are running campaign, running your mouth in a player? That for job business? That for job business, you are all over the player. Hey, the President Baka is so good. He's the best. He's here to rescue. Huh? So you don't want him to rescue the country, you want him to rescue you. Please. That's for job business. Because you want him to rescue you. Instead of rescuing the country, you want him to rescue you. And if he doesn't put you on the list, you get angry. So what do you think you are running campaign here for? President Baka coming to America. Then you're all putting night tie, sweating, midnight, paying way to go here and there to meet the president, incoming president. Behold that for job business. The whole thing, we want the man to rescue the country so you can rescue Liberia, so you can rescue Liberia. You think that thing? No. You wanted to be rescued yourself. Plenty of job here. Let me kind of job the guy here. Medical doctor, yeah, plenty. Nurses, yeah, plenty. You don't have to be a woman to be nurse. Men can be nurse. And you make good money as well. Nyamanya, yeah. Kaka cleaning, yeah. Sweeping, yeah. My father used to be sweeper. I gotta laugh about this, folks. My father, he told my mom, I'm going to go sweep. You gotta cook for me in the morning, the same way you used to do it total. You gotta do it now. I'm going to work in the morning. I'm going to sweep the sidewalk. Then you say, you're not cooking for me in the morning. My mom said, I'm sleeping. She said, I don't care. I want you to cook. So my mom complained to me. So I went to him. He said, are you busy? That you busy? I'm talking to my woman. Then he can't, when you can't put your money in my business. I said, true story. Brown too. But true story. But anyhow, that's besides the point. So they got all kind of job here. You can be a mechanic in this country and make good living. Anything you want. Just don't do crazy business. There's plenty here. You come here. You say, I'm going to America. They say, okay. The American people welcome you. Then blah, 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 blah. You run away, go to Liberia for job. What behind that job, Liberia job? What behind it, my people? What behind it? Liberia, they don't pay you better money than they pay you here. So what behind it? Say, unless you were to make $5, but then you're going to steal $500. You see it? That's why you're the man supposed to, the President Baka going to rescue this country. You on every network, making big more. The President Baka going to win because he got to deliver, because he's going to have to rescue every night. You on every platform, running your mouth. And sometimes you run your own platform, running your mouth. Because why? You want the President Baka to rescue. President Weah can't do nothing. President Weah is unable to govern. This is a disgrace for Liberia. Behold. All you wanted was to rescue, for President Baka to rescue you. What kind of business is this? You run campaign and you tell the Liberian people, I want President Baka to win. Because President Baka has the ability to lead. I want President Baka to win. Because President Baka can rescue this country. Sincerely. After the election, everybody running. They say inaugural. They're all running over there with their fake CV and things like that. Thing they never did in America. They say, I've been doing it for so many years. And when the Martin Collins come around, then they get vexed. What kind of business is this? What kind of business is this? Wait for your time. If Baka doesn't appoint you, wait. But you're all vexed because they didn't appoint you the first time. Why you don't think you can be appointed the second time? That's 6 years. Six complete years. Even 1 more, 2 more, 3 more years. You're vexed already. Because why? The man did not rescue you. I want you to consider, I'm going to praise you. I'm going to praise you for taking position that you're not even qualified. First thing, you mismatch. They take you from here because you ran campaign and because your mom was sweet. Oh, President Baka, then you want job. Oh, they didn't put me on the list, yo. Up to this time, all the work I've been doing, they didn't put me on the list, yo. So all the time you were doing this thing, it is not about Liberians. It is not about Liberia. It is about yourself. It is about yourself. You wanted President Baka to rescue you. So it's not about Liberian suffering. It is about your suffering that you want not to suffer anymore. But Liberian will continue suffering. Is that what you want? I hear on the platform, we will deal with you one by one. What kind of business is this? You got people following you when you open a platform because you can speak and so you can narrate. You blah, 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 blah. All kinds of tabata all night. Behold, you wanted a thing for yourself. You wanted the Baka administration to rescue you. You in America, why you couldn't rescue yourself? What kind of job you want in America you can't get? You say you're an educated person. What kind of job as a college graduate? What kind of job you want you can't get? In America. What kind of job as a college graduate that you run into Liberia, you want President Baka to get you a job? Why? What behind that job you want? I asking you, the one job you're running behind, you're making all the noise. What behind it? That to make $3,000 business? That lie. That to make $5,000 business? That lie. If you want that one, you can stay in the country. They will pay you $5,000 in less than 2 weeks. What kind of business is this? Oh, because you will go to Liberia, they will not take taxes from that. They will take taxes out too. So what behind their job? Their job you're running to. You're making all the noise. You're trying to weaken this president. You're trying to cut his backbone. What kind of job? If the men want to bring all people from Lofa County, first of all, let me just tell you this. I don't care right now. I'm not here for any kinds of tabata. I'm not here for any kinds of kumba here. I'm not here for friendship. I'm here to tell the truth. Let me just tell you this. People from Lofa County, if you don't know this, take it from the liberal. People from Lofa County are some of the most smartest people in America. The people from Lofa County, when they come here, they don't do nothing but go to school. Educate themselves to the best, to the largest degree. So a President Baka get everybody from Lofa County say, okay, what? That your business. You elected him to do a job. Has he failed to do the job? Has President Baka failed to do the job you elected him to do? Oh, you elected him not to employ who? Samson told. He knows Samson told. He never worked with Samson told before. You want him to employ Samson told? People from Lofa County are some of the smarter people among us. So if I have my way, I'll say from now on, President Baka, don't even call any other county. Fail the entire ministry with Lofa County people. Anybody from Lofa County, as long as the person qualified, fail that position. What they want to say about Lofa County, this, Lofa County, who cares? Who cares? I thought maybe you were going to say, President Baka, those people you employ, they are not qualified. They do not have the prerequisite. They do not have the mental capacity to do the. They I can see. But you're here, hold the tabata, the may employ me here. I was one of the stronger person. I was one of the stronger campaigner. The may employ me here. He bringing all the people from Lofa County. And now you have no statistic. I see the question. That now you have no statistic. What kind of business is this? What? Yeah. President Baka, the people elected President Baka to do the job. He even start the job yet. Just start complaining. But I got news for you. That old man is not going anywhere. God is with the old man. He's not going nowhere. You think you're frustrating? You're frustrating yourself. Prince Johnson, listen to me. Listen to me. If you think you're going to frustrate, you're frustrating yourself. Because the old man can never be frustrated. God is with him. What kind of business is this? So all the time you are campaigning that for job business. What behind the job business? You tell me tonight. What behind the job business? You're crying and fighting and when they whining and what kind of business? Many of you were here in the United States. You got the education. I'm not denying that. But why you couldn't get job? First of all, if you say you are educated the way you say you are educated, why you couldn't get job from here in the United States? Well, I Samson told. I'm not even a high school graduate, but I can leave from California, go to Rhode Island. I will find factory job. I did it before. I used to work in factory making rubber tires. The car tire. I used to make that. I used to work in Rhode Island now. I used to work in a factory where they make buttons. I make buttons. That a press machine. I did that. From there, when I came to Ohio, when I started school, I was washing dishes. Where in the place, what kind of job you want? You can't get it. From there, I was washing dishes. I said, no, I want washing dishes again. I go be security guard. What's wrong with that? I was still getting paid. From there, then when I get little high school, something, I run, no, so, oh, you can do it. I said, yeah. They gave me that small job. In America, how much more about those of you that say you'll get master degree? Master degree in America. Master degree in America. You can't work here. You run into Liberia. To do what? To do what? Because you ran your mouth on the campaign. We said thank you. President Baka said thank you. He owes you nothing. Were you not telling the truth? That President Weah was not able to run. He was not able to lead. Was it not the truth you were saying at the time? Oh, you were lying? Did you say you were lying? Oh. What kind of business is this? You run campaign. The men win. The campaign you are running. The rescue team on the train.
I'm here to answer your question.
Let me enjoy myself, man. Let me enjoy myself when they run over there, that job every day. Let me enjoy myself, Mr. So
I am here to answer your question.
What question? You got no answer to the question.
Your behavior on this network
it concern you. You're not part of us, Mr. So. You're not part of us.
I don't want to be part of you. I don't want to be part of you. Your behavior now is more than ridiculous, and it has to stop.
You're running over there. Chubu. Hey, rescue team. Then when you get there, the man call you. Wait your turn. You're there running your mouth. The man gave me joy you. The man gave me joy you. What you're running campaign for?
I'm wondering what's really going on with you.
And man can't spoil my. I was on the road, people. I was truly enjoying myself. But then they say the man we really on us again tonight. Please go over there. He can't. Let me sit down. So here myself, he coming out. What are you coming to do? Kind of reply to my question? Okay, let me sit down. Folks, I don't mean disrespect. President Baka in town. Oh, he's not even President Baka. He's Dr. President Baka. Oh, I love this old man. Let me sit down. Mr. So, we got to deal with these people. What kind of business?
You yourself need to be dealt with.
Yeah, that's fine.
You need to be dealt with.
If I'm doing anything wrong,
because
so they can deal with me. You just leave from here. They play where everybody coming and getting job. If you work hard, you will get job. But they leave from here, running from here. I want job. What behind that job in America that they can't hear people? They can't make people to hear. Mr. So, good evening. What do you make of my tabata?
What do you say?
I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself.
It is sad, and for some reason,
you know why I'm saying? You know why I'm doing this? Were you talking, or you listening to the liberal? Because the liberal, you not in anything for job, isn't it? I was here on the platform promoting. I don't know President Baka. They don't know me. I only know one or two people. But what kind of business is this? Because you ran a campaign and you were talking nice, is it a force that you anyhow? What say you, Mr. So? What am I saying here that is wrong?
You know,
what am I saying that perhaps you don't agree with?
Yeah, give me a chance, please. You've been talking.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Are you okay? You need to fix your stuff.
Okay, I can hear you a little bit now. Go ahead.
You know, it is sad.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it is sad. Your behaviors and attitude on this network now is just over the top. Okay. And I think you're doing the public disservice with this sort of kind of conversation, talking point. We're not learning anything. We are not moving anywhere as a nation, but rather to come here and turn to a Zion Grove Baptist Church choir. And instead of you now addressing the candidate that you support, which is okay, and you're all over the place making force, confusing the people. You don't want people to talk because they are not speaking the language you're speaking. You are not even talking about the president now to make declarations of his asset. Those were his own words. You are not looking at the confirmation processes that are ongoing. You're not looking at what is happening now, what the government needs to do, putting your recommendation as you should be doing. You say you don't want to go back to go work, but you come here to tell other people that are put in time and energy. And we are talking about the sustainability of the party. And you get your Liberty Party that was fragmented and broken into pieces. You're now seeking political refuge with Unity Party. We don't know you, you don't know them, and you unstable, dishonest person. And you come here, you try to slap everyone as if, what are you talking about? Are you not working yet? They tell you said they were doing that because they wanted, of course. Hold on 1 second. If you don't want job, other people need job. When they were putting their life online for Ambassador Boyka or Kennedy Boyka at the time, you sat here. You never went home. People put in their time and resources. Your party, you helped to destroy your party. You did not do anything to fix it. Will you jump? Because perhaps you knew Ambassador Boyka was the alternative. And for you to come here with your chief tamak gun there to come here, be dancing and talking about you try to demean other people, you need to stop that.
Are you done? Are you done? Let me reply you, Mr. Soul.
I'm not going to get into a dialogue. I think we have things to talk about. I'm not going to.
No. You're not going to come on my show and try to have a salad dressing. This is why somebody told me.
This is why somebody told me from the Boyka inner cycle. Your behavior now is getting the woman annoyed. If you don't know, let me just tell you right now, because they thought you're going to be a good asset by teaching, by providing good counsel advices.
Whether they like you, they don't like you, I will say the truth. I'm here to come.
You're not saying the truth.
They will not even call me, say, I don't know them, they don't know me. So what are they going to say to me that will hurt me? I beg you, man. Mr. Soul, these people's behavior is ridiculous. Have you listened to... Hold on. Have you listened to Yaka Kaluba lately? This is unacceptable.
Now you know.
Mr. Soul, please.
You talk
the way I talk.
I'm going to say what you don't want me to say now. You are, and you're more than dangerous for the country now. And it would be a danger thing when you get closer to the president of this country, because of those sort of ideas and the way you get things done. And now you want to talk about Yaka Koluba?
Okay.
You are talking, you are behaving like Stanton Waters now.
Here's the thing.
No, hold on.
You are a visitor. Let's get one thing clear. You are a visitor on my show. So please, I don't want to park you in a garage. I don't think I want to pack you in the garage.
That's where you're being. That's where you came from.
Why are you bringing it out again for? Okay, let's drop that one. I forget garage. I say I don't want to put you in on the sidewalk. Okay, forget garage because the garage here not working for me. I don't want to put you in the sidewalk, so let's forget it. But yes, if on a very serious note, Mr. So, President Baka, there are people here that was campaigning, heavily campaigning. Liberians believe in them. And they now, because they're not being appointed and they're not getting second,
good.
Do you feel good? The liberal is on the floor. Will you please let the liberal speak? You can't bamboozle me in trying to accept your condition you want to lay out here. So the question that I have, all of these people that are making all these noise now, the UP and all that kind of stuff. So they were running campaign not to rescue Liberia, but to rescue themselves. Is that why they're angry? Because they are not being rescued? This is unacceptable. If you are a patriotic, if you love Liberia, and you say you want a change for Liberia, if the president have not even called you, you should accept it. Because it was not your intent to get anything. You did it for Mama Liberia. Where is that idea of Mama Liberia now? Now you're going to tell us when we're real, what the people were. No, President Baka is entitled to finding the best among us. So if he doesn't call Samson to, that means I'm not the best. If whoever he call right now, that means that person, according to him, is the best. That person will help him to deliver the country. Why are we making noise for? Why are we threatening? For what reason? It's unacceptable. I will deal with them on this platform. If people, if you don't let the Omen to run this government, we asking to rescue us. He has not done anything out of the ordinary. He has brought in people that he believes will rescue us. You better let the Omen rescue us. If he wants you, he will call you. And he call you yet, that means he hasn't found a match position yet. We're not going to do the mismatch on a job. That's how come job we have failed miserably. That's how come we kick CDC out of the place. CDC like to put their foot in your mouth and we kick them out. You want my old man for me to sit down here and my old man to make the same mistake? No, we're not going to do that. What say you?
I don't know. Because it's like, I don't know, when you come in your program here, you get some sort of energizer stuff that you can take, and then you just come, everything just all over here. It's not good for our country.
Mr. So
you are helping, and you are helping to get this administration. I'm not sure whether you are doing it with sincerity or you just want to be like an Angel Michael or another.
Why you think I will spend all the money? I spent all the money. Yeah, 1 year. You know about it.
I don't care. I don't care.
You know the kind of, you think I will spend the money and can't
because see, it was CDC people that bought your material. At the end of the day, you give them the kickback, which is okay. Because they didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know. I should talk or I should talk or
I mean, I can't talk my secret. I say, I come and block you. I come and block you. If you come to talk my liquor talk business with you, then you come and be blocked immediately. But let me move on. Let's move on. I leave that one now.
No.
Now watch the beauty of the liberal. Watch the beauty of the liberal. Let me bring out another subject matter. I'm done with that one. What Unity Party government, what President Baka government is doing now?
Who are the people you are talking about, sir? Let's not speak in ambiguity. Who are the people you're talking about begging for job?
They know themselves. I'm not going to call
I don't know them.
Okay, then do your research. You're an educated man. You are a media practitioner. You're not like me.
Who are the people I'm asking? Who are the people that are begging?
I don't have to name it.
The conversation is not just with two of us. There are people that are listening. They need to get a takeaway.
Mr. So I am not here to call names.
And you expect people to allow you to walk away.
They know themselves. I'm not going to call name. But let me
You
move
know
on to the
themselves?
next subject matter and see how ridiculous Samson can be. Today in the paper, there's a young man, plexiglass or glass plexi, whatever they call him name, but the DEA chief put something out there in the public that this man had his arms and dangerous because he has refused to turn over the gun that was issued him, legally issued him.
You're calling man no more. This guy here this evening, I'm not
Oh
sure.
no! Anybody call your number? I will not even take that. I will not take that. Anybody want to talk to me? You call my number. I will be in charge of the number business. So, yes, what I think about that, Mr. So. Here's what I think about this. First thing, the way if they continue like this, CDC gonna come back strong. Because with this young man's situation today, the way they put the thing in the press as though he's some kind of heavy criminal, and they're calling him armed and dangerous. He's not even in the country. They said they asked him to turn the gun over. He hasn't done that. And you're going to call him armed and dangerous. Not only putting his life in danger, but any other person that happen to be walking with him, which is President Weah, former President Weah, is going to be walking alongside. So why somebody say, oh, that man that armed and dangerous, let me take care of him. The way you do then. It has not reached to that point. But this is what I take out of it. If this type of behavior continue, you will trigger the magnetism that we're trying to quench in CDC. You're going to trick it up, and the sedition, they're going to come back, and they're going to come back strong. And you might not like it. Because sedition, they are not sedition that can be sleeping. These are people that are vindictive. So I'm saying if you're going to attack, if you're going to go towards CDC, walk with the law book under your arms. If you're going to arrest sedition, do it with the law book.
So what is your understanding about that? Is it about CDC or is it about someone that is having a firearm, allegedly? It's yet to know all of the details. And perhaps this firearm was given, it is a property of the government of the Republic of Liberia. And he or she is no longer a chief custodian. Don't you think if that arm is in possession of that person to turn it over, is that a CDC
So
offense?
I agree. The person was given the arm legally.
Mm-hmm.
And according to the story,
there is a process involved to get that arm, correct?
Right. The ice scheme to turn the arm over.
So you just one day you for the other group, another day. Who really are? What you really represent?
I'm not here to stick in one position. You got to understand that. If I see something is right, I say it. Whether it's for CDC, I will say it. Whether it's against CDC, I will say it. Whether it's for President Bakai, I will say it. As long as it is right. That's all we need to do. Now, let me explain the gun situation again. My understanding, I've been reading about it all day. They wrote him some time ago. The outgoing EPS director wrote that everybody that EPS give gun to, they have to turn it back. Fine. And these people that were given a gun, it was not illegal. So if it's a list, on the list, that these people, they turn the list over to the incoming government. And there are people on the list who have not turned their gun over. Those people must be contacted. According to the story, they try reaching out to this young man. He's not even responding. Fine. You don't know that this guy is not Samson told. This is a close confidant of the former president of the Republic of Liberia for 6 years, well known all over the country. And if he has a gun or handgun, and you're going to elevate the person having a handgun to call him arms and dangers in Liberia, where we're coming from civil war. You are now bringing in situation legally, fine. But there are ways you can approach that without elevating it to this.
So which one is wrong?
as a liberal, I do not prescribe to people violating the rule. As a liberal, I also do not agree with somebody finding a solution to something except to run to violent proportion. That is something that I don't accept. For the incoming EPS director to write and consider his arms and danger without you actually finding out why has he not turning his gun over, number one. But the most important thing, I'm not going to hide it.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you. So since, yeah, you see,
can I finish my point? Can I finish my point?
No, because you're talking about I'm not going to allow you finish because you're giving misinformation out here.
Can I finish my point? Okay. So the EPS director, okay, to write and consider this man who is a close confidant to the president, former president of the Republic of Liberia, President Weah.
It doesn't matter. No one is above the law.
It does. To me, it's that. Yeah, it's what we don't forget. That President Weah, even though he's been defeated, but he still have popularity. He still has supporters. You can't ignore those things. And if you're coming in that you're preaching unity, we just remember the election.
So who was preaching the unity? Who was preaching the unity?
So let me be truthful with you. I am a supporter of Ambassador Baka, and I want him to succeed. But I'll be truthful. The election showed to all of us that the country was divided. And this type of action does not actually foster unity. It divides us more. And from that perspective, I disagree with it.
So I don't understand you.
Mr. So you don't have to understand me. I'm a liberal. I evolve. I'm not here to like a light pole. I don't stand in one place. I've run behind the truth. Whatever the truth is, that's where I am. I'm not here for friendship business.
So since you have interest in this, have you reached out to the authority, EPS, to get a little much more detail?
For what reason? For what reason? What? Reach out to them. I've been reading. I'm going to reach out to who I'm going to reach out to. Well, who I'm going to reach out to?
The conversation with, you know what the late George Dapo said? Your own story is the actual story, not story other people write. So for you to sit down here and just run your mouth and just draw a conclusion, I think it's wrong. You are wrongly informing the public about things that you have no idea about.
All right, Mr. Yeah, can I take a commercial, please? Can I take a commercial?
Is that how you're going to kind of like share me off?
So I just want to make public announcement. That's all. Public announcement.
This is interesting.
Okay, folks. This is Nathaniel Crypoir, LPR station manager from day one. Still the station manager. We're calling Thierry Consulet. And as I told you yesterday, I will continue to do this until he's well recognized from all LPR family that yes, we do have a station manager, Mr. Nathaniel Crypoir. I told you guys yesterday, I show it and I'll continue to show it so that people will know who he is with respect to LPR. Mr. So, let's carry on. Thank you. Go ahead.
Is that a commercial?
Mr. So, you see, this is what you do. You're not going to come in my house. You're visiting. Let's get that clear. You are a visitor on my show. On my show. You try hijacking the show. It didn't work.
Because you acting like
work.
You acting like real Aki and Baba here tonight. Honestly. This is your behavior is
Mr. So this is what I want you to understand. I'm truly enjoying myself. Let me just be honest with you. I'm truly enjoying myself.
So then what you need to do, I think you need to transform your show and have what his name said, Jerry, you need to be doing the one Jerry Springer can be doing. That more or less it will be
Mr. So no, I'm not there yet. I'm not at that level yet.
You're there. You are that age. You guys are the same age group. Because
you're
wasting our time. You're wasting our time.
Right.
You're wasting our time. You should be talking about your president now. to declare his asset, you should be talking about the president now.
So,
Listen, hold on 1 second. And this is why you politicians in Liberia, all of you lack of integrity. You don't have the guts, even if it goes wrong, to come back to the public. You should be questioning your president now. The president came out publicly in the State of Union here the other day here, the address here. And there was a shot at the former president. This is Wale. I strongly believe, and we argue that all here, but because you are so drowned in the boycott war, so everything that comes out of those people, you believe it. And we argue it all right. Yeah, now we're getting to know more details that the former president was right. So you should be calling on your president and the government. Hold on. And I know you don't want to talk about it
on a wrong position right now.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about it because it's an uncomfortable conversation that when you have, you're not going to get nowhere.
So how is it?
But people, they need to be honest. The president was misled. He was wrongly informed by some of his surrogate or his inner cycle. It is now to show that political courage that yes, he's a man, that no one is infallible. So when whoever posts that wrong information, they need to come back now to have it fixed. You sit down here, you're dancing, you're talking tabata here, you not even want to address it because you feel it is not something that favors you, it's something that is ugly, but you will not want to address that.
You finished? Let me tell you this. Let me disabuse you on that. Yes, we will talk about it. But here's what happened.
When?
Mr. So I'm not here on a witness stand sitting on a witness because I'm sitting there. You think I'm sitting on a witness and you got when? That's not how I do the business here. I run my show as I run my show. Let me just tell you this. President Baka was elected fully.
I agree.
President Baka is experienced. No question asked. President Baka is the best. No question asked. Nobody going to dispute that.
And what next?
So if there's issue within the administration has the ability within themselves to discuss and make it public. Mr. So,
do you agree?
Yeah. The Liberal is on the floor. When was the last time for the last 6 years that you saw the press secretary of the president?
I don't care. I'm not George Weah is not in the picture now. I'm not talking about George Weah. We're facing
so
the reality.
So you're not gonna let me finish that. You see, when I hear it, then you'll come back. So the point I'm making here is this.
If George Weah did it wrong, and someone who
this president, okay, I'm glad you're admitting that. This president is so correct that he's hitting all the correct notes. You have the press secretary who will have the ability to explain to us. If we have questions, that's what we brought people like you on. We ask you what's on your plate. You bring it up, we discuss it. I'm not stopping anybody. This is a freedom of Liberia public radio where we come intellectually to engage. What we say you don't do here and try to control people's mind and try to bamboozle people to try to accept your conservative idea. That is not happening here. The Liberal is in fight, complete control. Why your patron then? They're scared to, I'm on fire tonight. They will not count your patron then. When they come, they will be, hey, we're impressing you again tonight. No, you're not impressing. You express yourself. But if you go on the other side of it, I will bring you right back online. Mr. So.
Okay, we got a caller on the line.
The who? Who you got on the line?
Caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
We can't hear you. We can't hear the caller.
No, you're not hearing the caller because you don't want to hear the caller. So
I'm here, Mr. To. I can hear Mr. So.
Yeah, his action is deliberate. Trust me, this old man, he's another version of Donald Trump on this network here.
Who is this caller?
Why you want to make fuss with the caller? He gonna introduce himself.
I don't know the caller. The caller
has hold on. He's speaking. He's gonna introduce himself. Oh my goodness. What kind of business is it?
How you violating my rule? I haven't even put in the line yet.
Okay, Mr. Tupman is on the line.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
Good.
Wow.
How are you, Mr. Toll?
This is
I
ridiculous.
listened to you from the
What?
beginning. Okay, I'll wait.
No, go ahead. Go
ahead.
ahead.
Wait.
Do not look. You know what? This is why we are
Okay.
here. This guy, he wants
Okay,
to
listen.
impose his will on everybody, and that's not going to happen on our watch. Go ahead.
All right, Mr. Toll. I mean, I did listen to some of your points. Yeah, I listened to some of your points that you made, Mr. Toll. And okay, Mr. Toll, I listened to all your points that you made when you came on the show between you and Mr. Soul. Those points, I mean, they means a lot. But there is something that I'm calling about concerning this gun and the individual. You see, if they need you to retrieve your gun, they will first notify you. When you get the notification, they will write you on top of it. So after the notification, then you get a rating letter. You receive the letter, or if you don't receive the letter, they follow up with the letter if you have the communication. Now, failure to your part, your refusal to respond to these three communication, they can declare you dangerous. You see, that's where the word came from. And if you refuse to return your firearm, you are acting against the law.
What is the motive of keeping it?
Now you have a motive. You have a motive that is not being clear. But you're supposed to be sincere to return what was given to you by the government. So the motive there, you have a hidden agenda. In order for everybody to see you in the wrong, they must cloud you up with the word dangerous, that you can return the arm. Because it's your refusal. It's just the cop tell you, put your hands up.
Yeah.
And instead of you put your hands up, you put your hands in your car glove compartment. He knows that you are attempting something. Whether you're reaching for something, you first tell him, sir, I'm about to reach for my car license document, my license plate, or my registration.
Right.
Your hands got to be up by his permission. Then you grab it.
Mr. Tubman, he feeling so bad now because he doesn't listen to me. So he feeling so bad. And after that, I will tell you a story of Kenton, what happened to the police, and you sit down here, you want to defend the indefensible. Go ahead, Mr. Tubman.
Thank you so much, Mr. So. So, I mean, this is where that part is played. And when Mr. Sword is saying, so what is your part? You're playing now, you're going back and forth. And that's the reason why he's saying you're going back and forth. Because when they say this man must be brought, or he can be anywhere in the word and say, look, ABC, go in my house, check on the front drawer to my head of my bed and return this to the government. It's easy. He can return it. There's no need of ignoring the communication.
Okay.
So that's what I wanted to say on the show. Thank you so much.
I know you will take my answer off the air, but thank you very much for your contribution. I really do appreciate it, and I take it very seriously. But this is my point. Your explanation is quite correct. I agree with you because it seems to be like you're much more knowledgeable in this area than I am. So I'm not gonna quarrel with you on that. But this is what I want you to take into consideration. Liberia, the sophistication level in Liberia is not the same as it is here, number one. The second thing I want you to take into consideration, the election has just happened.
So what?
And Mr. So please, let me explain to this young man who seems to be much, much more knowledgeable and also patient.
Your explanation is meant to take our country down the page.
No, Mr. So you're not going to control the conversation. I am, because I'm in control. So let me just explain. So why but sir, Mr. Tadman, your comment is quite in place. But there are few things I want you to take into consideration. Number one, the sophistication level in Liberia in terms of these type of incident. They are not common in Liberia. For you to declare a Liberian arms and danger, number one. Second thing, this person that we're talking about, so close confidant of the outgoing president of the Republic of Liberia. So I'm sure there should be, and there must be, even if the person seems to be violating the rule, they are cited. Liberia is not a banana republic. Follow the channel. If the channels fail,
so
so please, if the channels fail, I'm sure this person will not come out gun blazing. One thing. The last thing I want to say to this young man, why I do agree with everything you're saying, last thing I want to say to you is, this is not the time to declare a lot of Liberian arms and dangerous, because people could mistake, or people could take law into their own hand, want to certify the incoming government. And that's how you start trouble.
So
now, another thing here, one last thing, and I will move on. One last thing
here is this is coming
CDC
very
were defeated, and CDC is a very strong party. So if we are dealing with those folks, we have to do it with sincerity and with explanation at all times. Rest, Mr. So
you need to rest.
But thank you
not
very
only
much.
rest. You need to retire. Now you're not only rest. Yeah, it's not only rest. You need to retire. Probably you think we are running total republic. That's not total republic. And with this sort of behavior, you will not even be a quarter chief, because if you are a quarter chief, the town will be ablaze. I don't understand. It's not a CDC. It has nothing to do with President Weah. In the first place, if that gentleman is one of the details that's still assigned with the president, his name won't even be mentioned. And the same very President Weah will not even allow that. I don't know this person yet, but he provided chronological detail, and the arm was given to this man here, not being an arm expert of whatever. When you see a policeman carries arm, it is a sign by the state, by the government, as an officer to carry arm to defend, to protect, and whatever other criteria that is involved. This individual in question now, he's no longer. And this is not just something just going to drop out of the sky before they reach to that level. It means they have gone step by step from one step to another. And hold on. You are talking. Hold on.
Liberia is a fragile state. Number one.
So what? So wait a minute. So are you saying?
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with your analysis.
Yeah, you don't have to agree with it.
At all times, we have to approach each other as brothers and sisters.
What was the wrong approach? What was the wrong approach that you know about?
By calling him arms and danger. Like I just told you, I'm not saying that is wrong. So listen to me. I'm not saying that is wrong. But
in Sacramento, where you are right now,
in Liberia, it's not the same as here. Here you can say that, and the person can walk to the police station tomorrow. The person can walk to the police station tomorrow and turn the guns in.
In other words, you are saying some of those officers or some of the people that are working with the president, not president, but are in whether police or army, if you are no longer there because Liberia is a fragile state in your own Samson world, in your own total world, then the government has no right to retrieve those arms. We leave it with 400-500 people. Oh, because when we go to them, then we do the. Look, which planet are you on, really? This is your behavior now is just getting to be, every day is getting bad and bad and bad.
Mr. So, you and the rest of the people, let me just tell you again, I'm not here for friendship. I'm here to tell the truth, what I believe to be the truth. The only thing I'm gonna do, let me speak the real Liberian English. The only thing I'm gonna do was to come here and pretend and say things that I don't believe in. That's not what I do. I'm not here for kumbaya business. I'm here for friendship.
So, we don't even want it. I don't even need a friendship, because you try to turn this network to Radio Kigali and it will never happen. Okay, it will never happen. So
nobody turning the network to Radio Kigali.
Yeah, that's why you're trying to do. Let me bring your patron. Let's see whether he will agree with you.
No, he doesn't have a. That's what makes this place a beautiful radio station, a beautiful platform. He doesn't have to agree with me. Why are you moving my thing? You're not controlling anything. You're just moving things around. Look at that.
To show when my cup is filled, you will be out because your voice now is contaminating our society. It's dangerous. I'm telling you.
Jerry, good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Good
Are you
evening to
enjoying the
panel.
Liberia tonight?
Look at
Well,
you asking
you know, partly, yeah, you uncles.
Thank you. Well, let's stop there. Let's stop
Power?
there. Thank you for
Not
praising me.
100%. Partly
Power?
you uncles. Partly.
Wow.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Terry, you too?
No, on the issue you're discussing right now, I think Libra, you know, because
Why you can't call this guy out when he does something wrong? When he is why are you so much aligned with his ideology?
I can't blame my papa. The man is way younger older than me. That's forget about the panel.
Really?
But to be honest with you, even you, Mr. So, you know, I will not put you under the bus.
It's
But
not
what
a
I'm
matter of
saying,
putting under the bus. We gotta be true. This is also the country we want to fix.
The
If
honest
the old
fact
man,
is going to
if
be
the
too.
old man is doing a child thing, we should all then we say we should ignore it. Is that what you're saying?
We gotta speak up. That's true. But what I'm saying is, you know, I'm not gonna go all on, you know, that is view. But in my opinion, Mr. So, the guy, once the man have a gun and he was informed by the government to turn these things over more than almost a month ago, I think by now he's supposed to have delivered. So if they're declaring him to be armed and dangerous, the people have the legal right to do that. I don't know.
Talking about we in fragile state.
You know,
on my foot.
Yeah, that my papa, you gotta give him small slack.
So you can classify as whatever way you want. It doesn't matter. Samson told it's the best.
There you go.
So I can see a lot of people are writing against me here tonight. But the thing about it is, if I'm truthful, that's fine with me.
Something. So why are you so addicted with people expressing their views and their opinion? We're not talking about how you build bridges in Sacramento. Here you are, you supported this man here, they're calling you to say you don't want to go. That's a shame in itself.
Oh, Liberia, calling you don't want to go?
They're calling him. Let he deny it. I will play that audio here. Let he deny it. I'm leaving. I gave 2 minutes to say I'm lying.
Terry.
Okay, you're gonna see the excuse. They can see the bunch of excuses.
This is what you need to know.
There you go.
When we ran this campaign,
wow,
when we were on here talking day in, day out, it is not about job. My thing, the way I explained to the conservative guy who coming now, look at talk, Mr. So you can play whatever you want to play. Look at talk. Okay, I don't care for that one. But
you Maruna?
Because you've been a very respectful young man on this platform. And when I came on yesterday, I also made that announcement. Yeah, there was some contact made. But my thing is, to work in Liberia, I'm not afraid of that. But they are young, it's an engineering business. They are young engineers that I can sit behind them and teach them. I'm not teaching them the engineering principle. They already have that. But I will show them how to do design. First of all, public work need to have a design team.
So you're trying to do it from here?
Huh?
You're going to be doing it from here?
I can go home on my own. I don't need anybody. I can go to Liberia and work with you. I've worked with
you got it before. You went there before to volunteer.
Okay.
But what I'm not prepared to
I thought you were still scared. I thought because Mr. So said you scared and all of that one time you said it. So I don't know if
you what? Scared?
If you scared, yeah.
No. I want in Liberia. I want to CDC headquarters. No, CDC.
Mr. So said you need to review the cow tail because that cow tail look weak. That's why you were talking about.
I want
all the way to River G, Fish Town. They can't do nothing. They know me when I got.
Oh,
You see
God.
that now? Touch the cartel, you lie, go on straight. You see what happened with you?
I'll put my
You
mouth
don't
on your
need to go
cartel.
measure the cartel. And you get like you're not going to measure the
I'm coming
cartel,
back.
man. But son, but anyhow, Mr. So, please don't do that. Don't bring those subject matter up. Those are things. But anyhow, let's go on with the show. Let's go on with the show. Mr. So, let's be serious. I'm not doing these things because I want to make fun or joke or anything like that. When you put yourself out in public, when you have conversation with people to say, I want this person to be the leader of our country, you're saying it from the bottom of your heart. There should be no protocol code on that. I'm giving you Ambassador Bakai so that I can get job. That is not something you're supposed to do. We all sat on this platform and said President Bakai was going to come and deliver and rescue the entire nation. We were speaking because of Liberia. It has nothing to do with each of us individually. Now, my point here is this. If once Ambassador Bakai is elected, let's look up to him and see how he's going to appoint people. If Ambassador Bakai feel within himself, he's been making his pronouncement from day one that Liberia will be inclusive. Under my administration, everybody that have the requisite, that have the potential, that have the capability will be employed. If he been saying, and I was on the platform been reading those things. If he's now going to turn around to say the only people that I'm going to employ are people that I know, or people who will be recommended to me by other people, that's on to him. That's not me, because I've done my job. And if I were to come in and get angry to say, oh, the man didn't even call me for a job all the time, I've been working, I've been running my mouth on, and the man even called, then I'm not sincere. Then Liberians shouldn't even look at me as somebody who's sincere about them. That's the point that I'm making. I'm not saying they're wrong, but for me, if I was somebody that's looking for a job in this administration and I wasn't called, the fact that I've been on these platforms running my mouth and things like that, and say the president didn't come up to the time he coming here, that's wrong. Because now you're saying to me that the only reason why you were pushing President Bakai onto the Liberian people is about yourself. Then you will lie to us. And therefore, because you lied to us, you know that maybe President Bakai is not even going to deliver because
But
of your
Pape,
behavior now.
Pape,
So, look,
point of
Terry, go ahead.
there is something called reciprocity. You know, as people give to you, they expect you to, in return, pay back. It's not like literally that what they want you to do, but it is reciprocity. You know, even the woman said, well, her name, Yanti made mention of it during her interview, her confirmation interview. That is why most people call karma. Karma is reciprocity. What you plant is what you reap. So people put in effort. There is an expectation. If you negate that expectation, there will come the reciprocity that will come to you will not be fine. So we are not saying that these people should go for job because they run campaign for Ambassador Bakai. But we are saying that there are certain people that need to receive reciprocity from the process based upon their investment, because that was all they did. They sacrificed themselves for that to happen. So if Ambassador Bakai neglects them, in my opinion, I'm speaking from a religious setting, from a religious background, mixing it with psychological effects. So looking at that based upon my analysis from my background, if it's almost like to say, people help you, and then when you go up, like what people can say, they got a common phrase that they say, when white men know you, know your friend black man. when you go up, people who put hand on you when you never had nothing, they put clothes on you, they brought you to the lamb's life. Then when you become B-men now, then you turn your back on them. That is what we're looking at. It's not about other people, you know. I agree. There are some people that what they call.
I agree with you, Terry. But this is, I will push back on that. What you're saying here, that's human character. That's human character. What you need to do as an individual, you just, all you know, you play your part. It's done. It's done. Whatever comes next, we all believe in Christ. We all believe in Jesus.
Christ.
You have no control over
Christ
the next
nothing
life.
to do with what we're talking about.
We stay here, Mr. So I believe in Christ. I'm a born again. I pray every night. But let me just say this. When you come on the point that I'm making, Terry, when you come on this platform and you say to Liberians that President Baka is the one to rescue this nation, that President Weah was unable to produce, and President Baka is coming to produce, and you didn't tell the people that I'm running this campaign. If we win, I want certain position. That, if you said that, and you clearly define your position, and that position does not come to you, then you have the right to whine or to say something. But you join in as a group, and the group, in a group setting, there's a saying that says a group setting, an individual identity is somehow diminished. The group identity is part of it. You are still an individual, but you are with a group. So everything that is going to be done is done in the name of the group. And the group leader, the person who you say, this is our leader, that person is responsible for the group and whatever comes out of the group. Now, the group was successful in electing President Baka. President Baka now is the leader until he has the ability now to say, look, this is a group thing. He wants the group to be successful. So he must pick the best out of the group. Not because Samson was out in front making all the noise. Samson was being run down.
So point of inquiry. Point of inquiry, Mr.
And because of that,
Point of inquiry.
if I do not have the ability to lead, you want them to put me out front, put me in a position where if I fail, it's going to affect the entire group.
So
this is about the group. It's not about
I
individual.
agree. I understand. So point of inquiry here is that so are you trying to say that most of the people that we're talking about now who have been left out of the bandwagon are not qualified as compared to the people that have been picked? Yeah, Mr. So.
Are you here to serve this guy?
Mr. So, the young man having a dialogue with the liberal, and I think he wants to understand.
That's why
so
I'm asking you those technical
if
questions.
You don't want to, I don't want to say, I'm not going to use on you. I'm not going to use the word garage anymore. I will use the word park you on the sidewalk, because if I use garage, you can throw it back at me. So I'm not going to use that anymore. But please, I don't want to put you on the sidewalk. I'm a taxi driver. But let me talk to this young man. Terry, this is the last one, then we'll let Mr. So in. Look, it's not that these people are not qualified. It's not what I'm arguing. My argument is this. We told the Liberian people that this old man has the ability to lead as our leader.
Old man.
We will trust his judgment. When we say that to the Liberian people, that this is the man we want him to lead us, that means we will trust his judgment.
So
you cannot come at
inquiry.
this time and say whatever he's doing now, I don't trust that judgment.
Yeah, follow-up inquiry, right? Where is Mr. Molu? What do you think about it?
Oh,
John Molu. Do you ever ask about him?
I'm angry at it.
So is he not qualified?
Why? Asking why is he hungry? Why are you hungry?
I'm not happy. Why? Ali? I'm not happy. What Eugene Falcon? I'm not happy. But let me put you back on this again. It is the group identity that is at play. It has nothing to do with John Malou. John Malou, the fact that he's not there for me, you know what I can say now?
No.
I'll say President Baka is not serious about the corruption business. Because this is the man that we were hoping that he would. Exactly. But my point here is this. Perhaps President Baka has another means of engaging the corrupt behavior. We have to trust his judgment. That's my point that I'm making. If we trust his judgment,
Mr. Pato, all right, Mr. So can you the judgment, trusting the judgment also involve the statements that he made prior to him becoming elected. Do you believe that also?
I agree.
In one of those statements, he made mention that John Malou would be on the team.
I agree.
Do you also agree?
That's why I'm upset.
So if there is a diversion, don't you think that something is happening that you didn't expect to happen, and maybe if this continue, it could cause a problem?
I agree. But here's
But
again. Once again, I agree with everything you say. But once again, he's our leader. We told the Liberian people that we would trust his judgment. There's no time for second guessing at this time. Now, President Baka is not going to take Liberia into the well hole. It's not going to happen. He's not going to do that. He's not going to take Liberia from President we are here and then take it all the way to -0. It's not going to happen. Not only his wife will not even allow that. So, but what I'm saying to many of us that are watching and being skeptical, you have the right to do that. But I'm saying we told the Liberian people that this man is the best and we trust his judgment. So now out of a setting, you're telling them, then that means you're the fraud. You are a fraud because you told the Liberian people that this is a man you will trust his judgment. Out of a setting, you start questioning the judgment. Then that means you yourself are not sincere with the Liberian people. That is my argument.
Yeah.
You have to stay consistent.
Yeah, but the argument holds. Your argument is a strong point.
I don't get a caller here. I'm not going to allow you and this guy that sort of tap game you're playing here. I'm not here for it. Caller, are you there?
Mr. So, you know you enjoying the liberal. So just admit it that you really enjoyed the liberal tonight.
I'm annoyed. I'm not enjoying. I am annoyed. Caller, go ahead.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, hello. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Gono.
Well, let me put the number out.
Yeah, Dr. Gono, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah,
please, Mr. So, this is very important. He's a very prominent Liberian. Will you please turn the volume up a little bit so I can hear him, please? His voice is very, very important in this conversation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, first, I just want to tell Mr. Samson To.
The liberal.
Yeah, the liberal. Yeah, Mr. To, I really enjoy your take on this conversation. And I think you should go to Liberia and create a private sector organization, engineering organization, where you will be able to employ Liberians and give Liberians jobs. Secondly, I'm thinking that people are trying to make this a whole administration, change it into a transactional administration where people did something and it should be paid for it. I think we should not look at that. People are saying the president is a transformational leader. So transformational leaders take time to solve our problems. So once again, I'm just saying that they should give this president a bit of time because he be a transformational leader. He's going to do something in the future. If we look at John Weah's administration at the time, I would say in leadership study, they call it laissez-faire leadership. Laissez-faire leadership, you leave everything to the people to do what they want to do. And sometimes it bounces back on the leader. That people like you left everything to do so that you don't do it, and then people who look at you as you didn't do anything. That's what happened to George Weah. And if we change the new president into a transactional leader, that will say, oh, Mr. President, we did this for you, and you have to, give us something because we did this. Why if the president gives to people who don't know how to do the work, it's still going to bounce back on him? So in all this, I'm just saying that we should leave this president alone, saying he's a transformational leader. He's going to change some things in Liberia that is going to be very beneficial to Liberians. That is my take on this whole issue that you guys are discussing.
Ambrose, you got to mute yourself.
And because he wanted to promote the private sector, he can go to the banks and ask for money and create an engineering company that will be able to design roads. The United States here, they get engineering companies that work on roads, and make money. So, Mr. Samson, too, I just want to encourage you on that. That is my take.
Yeah, but brother, thank you for that. Those are the things that I like to explore. Government job doesn't interest me anymore, because if you were to work with people and do serious design, you can get contract. You can get contract from World Bank. You can get contract from African Development Bank, and what have you. But the main thing that I'm saying with what you're suggesting, which is good, what I want Liberian to know and what I would like for Liberian to do is to be involved in from start to finish with their whole products. The design, the construction, and the maintenance should be by Liberians. That's all I say. A foreign company can come in, but Liberian in work with them, they must be in majority. Because if the foreign company leaves, Liberian going to stay for the maintenance process. And they must understand what they're building. That's the point. By the way, thank you.
Okay.
Mr. So anybody else on the line?
Just to add on to that, sometime way back in 1997, I did an internship job with UNDP in Nairobi, Kenya, after I got my first degree. And I was in the office and I saw people were writing projects and then they were coming for funding. So we were in the office there reading people, project papers and making recommendations to the UN at the time in Nairobi. So you could also do the same thing, write your projects and take it to maybe some sort of organization that will be able to sponsor you. You can do that. And then that would be another help to Liberia, helping the private sector to grow. You can do that too, Mr. Samson. So.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I think you and Terry, you were on your whatever game here.
Can I take Collins?
No. Who's that? Who?
Collins.
Who Collins?
Not Collins. I mean Ambrose. Okay, Ambrose, go ahead. So Mr. So can come in.
Yeah. Hey, good afternoon to everyone.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Mr. To, you have said so many things. You have discussed a lot of stuff, and I don't know which one to choose to talk about. But the part I want to talk about, I do appreciate Terry. I know I disagree with him on a lot of stuff, but for the past few months, he take on issue I really admire it. And you a little bit disappointed me in a sense. God, I listen to you a lot religiously, but issues now is like it's confusing me and it's bothering me, because it's nothing wrong with you saying the truth and being truthful to the issues that are affecting Liberia. We can't say we want to change the situation in Liberia, but when our people do it, it's okay. The first thing you brought it up yesterday, our president said the 15 countries were going to benefit from ministerial position. That never happened. Now that goal that he said will never be met, and he has not yet declared his asset for us to know how much he coming with to the presidency. But now we sweep that under the rug. We have people saying we have 19 million that was lost. So there's so many things, and you can I'm not, when Mo Ali get job, it will not benefit me, it will not do nothing to me. But you gotta be loyal to people that help you down the road.
Okay, thank
You
you.
can't, no, Mr. Tola, I beg you, please give me a few more seconds. You know,
Okay, few
you
more
can't
seconds.
dash, you can't dash your loyalty, because you know when you forgetting, or you maybe you not you know, and but you just want to play a blind loyalty to. If Mo Ali get a job, Mo Ali get followers, that Unity Party supporter that will benefit from Mo Ali. If Tapper get a job, Tapper can employ or can bring some more Unity Party people around that will benefit. But tell me what Jones will bring. Jones were all 6 years in America. All the Americans that they giving jobs to, how many Unity Party people that they know they can bring around to offer them job? Apart from the party telling them, say, oh, the person are Unity Party people.
All right, thank you.
And you
Thank
know, no, why you always let me run you through off the phone when you disagree with me?
But thank you very much, Ambrose. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
You don't know the man yet. How long you not speaking his language?
That now you know us. That now you have come to kind of Terry Askeo. Ambrose say he start liking your the way you talking about that.
But anything I'm on a course edition, maybe.
Terry, I said that here, but Ambrose say he like the way you can be saying the picture. But good evening.
So,
thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
We dare try to be
you and your man Terry went for the longest, but you know me, I'm an Israeli. And you touch me, I will pause, and eventually I can pay my debt. So what we're saying here, liberal, and you don't understand, and I don't blame you because you are a technocrat and not a politician type. So you more or less, your focus, your direction there is on innovations of stuff and things like that. And I don't know the people you are talking about to say, oh, they people, those people. But we are talking to people, politicians, who form alliances with now the sitting president. And I like you, I'm not gonna have. I was in a chat with Library Reformation, Mandela Couport, some of the folks that work with him. Well, now, if you profess to be a person of honesty, integrity, and if you become a public servant, then you are access to everybody, not just a few. And you're not going to assume that people know what is happening within the inner cycle of the government. It is you supposed to get a bill. But if you don't tell us, if you don't tell the public, then there is a vacuum. And it becomes more dangerous when there's a vacuum, when people begin to fill in that vacuum because you are not providing the information needed. When we saw you yesterday, you were in a close proximity of people who were in the struggle. But I know and I'm aware every freedom doesn't end the way you want it to end. There will be some that will be left by the wayside, and those who were not in part of the liberation struggle, they will end up sitting at the king's table. We know all of that. I'm not talking about, I don't want to mention Fagon and name. Those are people, all what they were doing, they were seeking job. They don't have to say it, but they were doing it. Because they all, no principles, no consistency. They can't defend, they can't hold on to something to make it fake. They only becomes a tag dog when they get out of the system. They are not in the system and they fix it. Like, that's one of you. But we are saying here, like, let's look at the chairman. And this is how the institution breaks down. You have people who serve, who are in the hierarchy of the party that led you to the finishing line.
Right.
I'm not saying these people, they are 100% perfect. We have a lot of questions about them in some of the things, but when will the administration speak out? And when you see the situation as a leader, look, you got to make some decisive decisions. That will set the tone for the ordinary people that are apprehensive about what is going on. Then they cannot naturally fill in that gap because those information were not provided. And every day is getting deeper. Now, the Appeton people, some are complaining. Mandela Cooper, some are complaining. You saw the Right Reverend Senator Bishop all of that. We don't know all of the details. But the reason they were all in this thing, politics is just all about interest, what they will get at the end of the day. Remember, all of these people, they said they wanted to be president, even though they know they can't be president, they will not be elected. But they created their own base and they managed to get that support, and they are on to what? To are on to you for which you get to the place you get today. And we saw then yesterday, all of you were hanging, all you were doing things. All of a sudden, we see this supernatural wall of Jericho is being erected. Who building that? We don't know. And if you can't tell us, and you expect us to guess or to think that this information going to fall in a blue sky, then that is a problem. I don't agree with the chairman going to protest, but who knows? What are all else failed? We don't know where all they have been talking behind. But you can't tell me the former Secretary General, the Chairman Emeritus, was confirmed today as Minister of Commerce. And you want to tell me, and you hear the former chairman saying, oh, I lose my house at this, at that. It's because they were making these sacrifices, knowing ultimately at the end of the day, there will be some political dividends in return.
Right.
However, there are things there also that, who knows? Because we are hearing also the president is furious regarding this whole money issue, which still hangs over the, But what is the actual story? Is there any internal investigation going on? And if any internal investigation was conducted by the campaign, we need to know the findings. But you can't just leave everything hanging like that. And you say, oh, then you'll come here to come defend. Oh, yeah, give us a chance. Not your business, not your business. It is our business. All right? Let me just tell you, if you don't know, it is our business. And it will be a potential danger for the survival of the Unity Party. And I can say for sure, Joseph Boyka, President Boyka, he has nothing to lose. I mean, there's no way that he's going to see second term. But what would be the hallmark? Is he a guy who party can form alliance? If he's gone tomorrow, the next person that coming in charge will find it very difficult to sustain and maintain Unity Party. Because if all of these things here, if it is proven to be right, and at the end of the day, those people were not accommodated, and they would have no idea as to why they were not accommodated. You need to let the public know as well. So all the dirt can just be, dumped on you. That's what we are saying. We are not building bridge. If there were bridge you were building, like the one you built in Sacramento and what's the city name between Sacramento and what? Huh?
Are you finished?
No, I'm just asking. I just want to know the name.
Eureka.
Huh?
Eureka.
Eureka. At our age, we have no idea. So, we are talking about politics. It's not. We are not talking about.
Let me disabuse you on this before I bring in Mali. I'm a political guru. You know me. I'm not embarrassed to say I'm a political guru. And so when I come to this position, I am well grounded in terms of politics. So it's not just engineering that I'm speaking about. You might not agree with me, but I consider myself a political guru. I spoke highly about Ambassador Bakai. He won. I spoke highly about Flanty Kofa. He won. 2-0. 2-0. So I'm a political guru. So please don't try to disparage my political ability to understand politics, especially Liberian politics. I am a political guru. I'm a political guru. I'm a political junkie as well. Mali, welcome. Thank you for joining the Liberal tonight, who is in charge, who is on fire. People love what he's doing, and I've been praised all over here. People are praising me everywhere. Thank you for joining us. What's on your mind, Mali?
What the same story on your mind, I think, is the same story on my mind.
Okay.
And that is
let's hear your side then.
That is the Joseph Boyka ongoing story. President Joseph Boyka ongoing story, I said on this platform, I think a few nights ago. President Boyka had become president for the first time. He had not been tested. He had not been tried yet. He in the process. So we don't know his approach to leadership. That's the first thing. Secondly, he come to this office with a 40-year public and government experience, but he had never been president before. So everything he's doing now, he's now in the process of testing and trying those things as the driver in the seat. He been seeing the other driver in the seat, but now he's in the seat now. So it's like people are saying we should give this man time. Yes, is everyone right? We can all think differently. Okay. But from his wealth of experience, there are certain things we expect for Joseph Barker to touch down running. Yes, certain things we expect. And lastly, this word that was used by this Unity Party train, the rescue, does not really commensurate with the speed President Barker is speaking away. No, it's far from it. We've been put under the impression that the rescue was for certain things and it done with. No, it's not practically possible for the rescue to just go away. Once the rescue is not linked to reducing poverty of the Liberian people, to creating a safe haven for Liberian in Liberia, to bring about investment, or in short, to take things on the contrary from where we are left in, the condition we are left the country in. If nothing changes, then the whole rescue thing was that rescue term. It was just a slogan. You see, it was just a loose political war to attract people. You see, so at the end of the day, it become meaningless when the rescue don't have impact on what it says it's going to do. You know, I know what rescue means. We know. But if that slogan was being used just to get people to put you in the executive mansion, trust me, that slogan will still be used to judge your outcome. And the pace at which Joseph Barker is starting now, everybody is taking note. Everybody is taking note. Different at different pace with different lenses.
Thank you.
Right? So no, don't thank me. I'm not a caller. So the issue of you do that to the caller. I'm a standing member here. So the issue of
Tell him.
Yeah, I will have to tell him.
Yeah, but we're not going to let you have all night.
Oh, I just
because the man, that his time to speak.
Go ahead, finish your point.
I'm sorry that you becoming apprehensive, but we have to. You see, the issue between you and Terry on this platform all the time. I respect you people's view for one reason. You people are toting a loyalist line, so I respect it a lot. That's what loyalists can do. That's what well-wisher can do. That's what diehard can do. So I respect it a whole lot. But the CEO and I, we are not in a category.
Oh, Jesus.
So we gotta tell you
Mali, just a few seconds. Remind the people who we are and what we represent.
Oh,
because I don't know why I like to believe.
I gotta go for commercial. I gotta go for commercial.
You see, I rather want to thank Terry. Sometimes Terry can want jump, sometimes he can want put his foot in our camp. By the time the Liberal appear, he take it from there again. I don't know. You know, you see the pressing. Let me
go to commercial. Let me go to commercial. Just
all right, you play the commercial.
Thank you. Again, folks, this is our station manager, Mr. Nathaniel Crypoor, and we will continue to do that because he's one of the backbone of the Liberia Public Radio. He's been doing this work almost 18, 19 years now, and we want to thank him very much. It's a very short commercial. We will continue to do that. But let's go back. Terry,
Yeah, but
That's
Pato, why you keep
that's not
bringing?
commercial.
Why you keep bringing this guy in as a commercial? What the man
That's
can't
not you find
come and
different
talk?
word for it.
What
That's
the
well,
man
well,
can
well,
come and talk to
it's
us?
Mr. Male and Mr. So. I don't want to fight with you guys tonight. I
No,
run my
no,
show
no,
the
no,
way
no,
I
no.
want to run my show.
That is not a commercial.
Let's
That's
forget about that one. We'll discuss it behind the scene.
okay.
We'll discuss it behind the
You
scene.
need to stop. You need to stop
Okay,
that
let me
Terry,
behavior.
Terry, let me come to it. Terry,
No,
hold
I
on
said
one minute.
let
Let
me
me take this
conclude.
caller.
You say you are going to commercial to come back.
Yeah,
Let
hold
me-
on. Made, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Oh, Walter Carter is on here. Okay. Caller, just hold on. Walter Carter, go ahead. You got 2 seconds. What's on your mind?
I got what?
2 seconds.
No, don't give me 2 seconds.
No, Samson.
I'm a contributor.
What
Don't
up?
give me 2 seconds, please.
I
So
All right,
anyway,
speak your
so
mind.
you know, for the first time on LPR, I agree with the progressive, Mr. Malik Jones,
He's not
and
progressive.
he.
Malik Jones is not progressive. It's a conservative. Don't let him fool you.
Oh man, I love the way the show go with it. You know, it's like you are kicking into my brain watching. Let us look at this thing here. I don't care about how Unity Party-led government is having an infight because of position, people not given position. My concern here is this thing going to hamper Mr. Joseph Boakai ability to deliver as he promised the Liberian people. And Mr. Malik was just speaking about it. And these are things Mr. Boakai promised in the first 100 or 90 days. There will be no car stopped in Liberia. Are we sending journalists up into the rural area to see what is happening there? Are they doing the roads in such that cars will not be stuck in the mud? And there are so many things that are
You want me to answer that? Do you want me to answer that?
When I'm done, then you can come and answer it.
Okay, all right.
Are they trying to transform? Are they trying to transform those sidewalks that President we have built into roads? Are they trying to put food on the table of Liberia, the bread and butter issue? Are the bread and butter issue being sorted out and solved for Liberian people? I mean, these are things that we should be asking. Those are things that we should be asking now, instead of us being concerned with somebody who is disenchanted because he did not get a position. And like I said before, when you join a political institution, it's about the ideology of that institution. Exactly. It's not because you want to sit there. Unfortunately,
you got some more time. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, Liberia is such that the government is the highest employer. This is the reason why on previous programs on the LPR, I said our leaders should start to prevail, or when they get those big companies that come to the country and want to take our natural resources, such as iron ore, rubber, and other stuff, they should allow these people to work. Be firm on them that they will build factories so that our people can be in power by being employed. Because not everybody wants to go into government. Everybody cannot go into government. And it's so sad. I just want Mr. Boakai to focus on the deliverables. What he said the Liberian people will receive when he becomes president.
Thank you.
What he said the rescue team will rescue.
Your point is clear. Thank you.
And this is where I am.
Thank you, my brother. Please call back and make your closing. Thank you. Let me go on to the next caller. Last 4 digits.
Yes.
Let me go to the next caller. Last 4 digits, 5433. Are you ready? What's your name and where you're calling from?
Good afternoon, good evening, Mr. Tool, and let me say good evening to all the panelists. This is Pastor Joel Cummings.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you for calling. Go ahead.
You know, I just want to say to you and Terry, I think you guys got a lot of PR work to do, serious public relations work to do. We didn't see this coming. You know, at first, Mr. Tool, when I saw the different arguments, I said to people that, look, let's go back to 2005. 2005, 2006,
can you hold on
it
1
was
minute, sir,
all.
please? Mr. Comey, just hold on 1 minute, please. Let me merge this out of color because when I try to merge while you're talking, you know, people in that. Okay, go ahead, Comey, please.
2005 to 2006 election, after inauguration, it was all Unity Party. At that time, Unity Party, a president said he had to go out to get the best to help her to market her product. But unlike the 2023 election, you have collaborating political parties. So what I thought was happening, that I couldn't hear the names of some people, individuals, I thought the collaborating political parties and the president was sitting at this table and they formed a committee, a vetting committee, to say, let's distribute the jobs so that we all work together for the common good of the Liberian people. But it turned out that the names that are coming out, it's like this is not just the collaborating political parties who are putting out people. It seems like President Boakai is putting some people that were in government yesterday whose performance are still questionable today. So, and one of the reasons why I said they got a lot of damage control to do, I listened to Reverend Luther Tappen, I listened to Yeke Koluba, I listened to some of the people who are hiding themselves behind with the spoon. Then I say to myself that, look, I know the minister designated at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism. The guy know his job. He know what to do. But the Unity Party in its embryo stages, the opposition, the CDC, the other opposition political party that never supported the Unity Party will be looking for all point to score on them. So they got a lot of PR to do, but let's wait and see after the confirmation. Let's see the performance of some of these leaders, because it happened to Madam Salid right after the inauguration. 6 months later, the late Councillor Bromskin, President George Weah, they said the government was a flunky. Just 6 months after inauguration, and it turned out to be that Madam Salid proved them wrong. So let's see whether President Boakai will pull the card around and turn the table around and see whether these players will perform. Thank you so much, Mr. Tu.
Thank you. I agree with you. All right, let me go on to the next cut up. 2442 number, last four. 2442 number. What's your name? Where you're calling from?
Mr. Samson.
Yeah.
Mr. Samson, this is Tokon Latro calling from North Dakota, Fargo.
Okay.
Thank you. We are the 1%. We are the 1% group. We're not ourselves. Although you continue to put your foot into our mouth, but we accept the result because we get 1%. Yeah. The truth is the old man has been the way he been. Yeah. So no disrespect. The old man had been there this before. Remember when the Manaseli were in power, when she was leaving, she came to party to Omen Boakai. The beginning was running beyond Manaseli. They expel her from the party. Boakai sat down there. He say anything. This is not a strange thing. This thing is a track record. Look at the CPP. He went to court. More Ali than using, he testified against me for something he could not prove. They got inauguration. He did see nothing. He annual message, and when he didn't verify, he said, "Joby, I didn't S1Z in the account." We now trying to pay him black, but this is who he is. This is the best. So you can't get more than what you think Joseph Boakai can give you. You will just run the public relation. At the end of the day, you will put your hand and say, "I should listen to my brother there and just be quiet with the 19." Just watch and see. Okay. Because that's why you're with America, He already in America. You are a person but look at in America. Too early to make noise. But we'll watch you. We'll give you 6 months. We'll come back.
All right.
We'll put it together for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Minnesota Pop, we're listening.
Yeah, this is Goya.
Yeah, we know. What will be your contribution? I know.
I was enjoying my
Okay.
vacation.
Can you hold on? Can you hold on 1 minute? Sensei, can you hold on 1 minute? Let me merge this. Caller, please. Okay. Go ahead, Sensei. Go ahead.
Sensei, stay on session.
I was enjoying my vacation.
Where are you now?
And you know, Sidisha usually get me laughing, but when somebody that brought me out is Wilton Keto. And, I have to respond to Wilton Keto.
Sensei and Keto always fighting.
You know, these are people that say they're having a rebirth when the giant is out feeding birds in Italy. What are they? Have they become bird watchers and bird feeders? Look, but on a serious note,
right?
For Wilton Keto to come here and say that the president said in 100 days no car will get stuck. Are we sending journalists now? How many days have passed that we will not start holding the man accountable for 100 days?
I tell you.
Can you at least wait till 100 days or wait on Keto? You know how to come again. Y'all will be so anxious. Y'all will be so in such a haste to hold this man accountable that you will end up helping him out. Hold your peace. 100 will reach. Exactly. And then when cars don't get stuck in the mud, when cars can get stuck in the mud in 100 days, which by the way will be dry season, then you hold you accountable.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's just the dissonance is so palpable. Like somebody says something, you have to look deeply into it. You know, and so for me, I would Sidisha would say the thing usually when they're callers, I don't even come after them, I just let them say the thing. Because somebody say, oh, but we watching, but you still saying all these things there, but you still watching. Then what are you watching? Let's wait and see. But it has now almost become like the quote unquote intellectuals are within the former ruling establishment, which is the CDC, have all become conspiracy theorists now. They're the only one that can see things that nobody else can see.
Yeah.
So y'all wait for 100 days. The same way the Baka Kiwa said that, you know, he was parked. You drop by a race car and park it, and everybody ran around with all those things, the nuance of that conversation, right? So for me, I really am not thinking about all the other conversations. Just my brother and a contributor to this network to come out and make that kind of a statement, and then try to view it like, oh, we still watching, and I hold the president will see. Then wait for 100 days. In the meantime, let's buy enough bird feeds and let's feed the birds in Italy. Thank you.
Thank you. You make my day. Thank you very much. Let's go on to the next caller. Are you there? Oh Jesus. Let me call that caller back. Okay, guys, this is the last caller, and we'll come to you. We'll come to you guys to wrap it up for us. Hello?
Yes.
This is Samson to Liberian Public Radio. I'm just calling you by because by mistake I dropped. So what's on your mind? Are you calling for the show or something else?
Yes, I'm calling about the show and the point that is being discussed. I would like to say thank you, Mr. Samson. You bring a different style to the show. I mean, it makes everybody to be alert and participate well.
I'm glad you.
I appreciate your style.
Thank you.
And Terry, a big thank to you. Not forgetting Mr. So and Mr. Mali. He had a point. No, I'm not going to spoil it. Mr. Mali had a point because they bring different style to the show. You know, you can have one soup. So we from back home. Okay. But I mean, you are a delicious soup. We love hearing you and seeing you. Mr. Mari was making this point, but he didn't end. And to what you said earlier, Mr. Toe, it is true. People enter into things with a mindset that they must get something out of it. And we cannot forego the effort because they spend time to get into what they got into. But notwithstanding, I listened to Prince Johnson points that he was pointing out about lists he sent down to the president. I mean, it's like you dictating to the president what to do. Notwithstanding,
that you offer the president a solution that this condition is set up for you, you will be in there for 6 years. And we have this and you do the other one. Now, you see, wherever you start saying, people start pointing out things that you discuss. He's not satisfied with the man he chose to be close to him. But he's forgetting to know that when you say the man went to you to request the vice president to be on Cummings' team, it also points to say, okay, you couldn't make a deal with Cummings because Cummings would not be that naive to say he would give you 6 years and take 6 years. While we can respect the president, and I love your point, Mr. Toe, let the man make a decision. Mr. Mali said, look, it's too young. We have to look. He was out there. Now he's facing the court as a president. There are things that he hasn't done, being on the wheel. And just in line with the both things. We know he will make error. A man who don't make error, then we know that where he's not really willing to learn. That's the reason why he will make error. Mr. Mali will speak out. Mr. Soul will speak out. Mr. Toe will come and make us to understand. In that way, we're moving forward. But it's too early to put the president under the grill that, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing the other one. We need to give him a chance. Thank you, Mr. Toe.
Thank you. Thank you. And you will be the last caller for the night. Thank you very much. I will know when I take it, because the kind of good call that come out, I'm not going to take any other call to try to pollute the conversation. And let me go to Terry. Terry, this is a good sideway point here. Mali came up here and I'm sorry. Mali came up here as though when the rescue train started, we told him what is the speed that this rescue train was going to go on. We didn't tell him what speed. He's coming out now telling us what speed he think we need to go on. Did we tell you what speed we were going to be going? No. The speed you're talking about. What kind of railroad track you're not putting on the road that we're putting our train on? That you want the train to flip over? Is that what you're looking for? No. Mr. Baka is very smart. He's a good train conductor. He knows the speed that he needs for the train to go safely. Remember, Mali, there's people sitting in this rescue train, human lives. He's safety conscious, man. So there are miles for the train to go, and we're not going to do that. We're not going to follow your advice. We will trust the conductor of this train, and he will deliver us and rescue us. Terry, what say you, my brother? We're about ready to close. Just let me close this show.
So you see, Mr. Mali, there are a lot of things that have been rescued. All right. Look, take for example, you've been listening to the output of the Senate. Have you not seen a difference? To be honest, you see the various hearings, the kind of people that are being interviewed on the confirmations. Are you not sensing a difference? That alone should tell you that something has changed in Liberia. You know, the various speeches from Ambassador Barker that you can hold him accountable to. Something have definitely changed. Many things have been rescued. I listened to the education minister, the lady there, her decency she brought to the Senate, or Gregory Coleman, AB. There's a huge difference. Oh, everybody left this.
No, we are.
Okay.
I want people to see when you're talking how attentive Mr. Soul is to your speaking.
So there's a huge difference when it comes to the procession of how government should run as compared to President Weah leadership. You can see that is what we call rescue. You clearly define the word rescue, that you're delivering somebody from danger. And you know, if you yourself said it on the network, that if President Weah would have remained in power, Liberia would have gone down to the drain. And you can see the difference. So today, even though Ambassador Barker is making some missteps, but you can see the means by which you can hold him accountable. as compared to previous government who never had time for you and never pay attention to your voice when you speak. Like the other day, you said something, and Ambassador Boka in his State of a Nation address, he made mention of that which you said concerning the 100 days. You came on the show and said, at least Ambassador Boka, listen to me. That is the kind of leader you want. That is what we call rescue. An intellectual like yourself that will listen to you when you speak, even though you're on LPR network. But to the issue, where I differ a little bit from part 2 is that the reason why Ambassador Boka have to take it very seriously, Mr. Liberal, in regards to what he do, and where I want to really think is that the puppet is very clever because of his wealth of experience politically he brings to the table here. I think he's playing a very cunning game that will push Luther Tapper on the sideline to a position that he will never be able to recover from. Because he knows very well that Luther Tapper never had the weight. He never had the popularity. It was through his instrumentality when he took over as the chairman of the party. That is how people got to know Luther Tapper. So the thing is that, does Luther Tapper have the balls to expel JMB from the party if and only if he do not fully employ Unity Party people, which we are seeing may likely happen only honor a man with political knowledge. Because the only way you will shake Ambassador Boka to create an atmosphere that will put sense in him and cause fear to break out is for you, that if you fail to follow in alignment with the rudiments of the party, to expel him or to create some level of suspension. But Luther Tapper does not have the ability to do that because he's not a politician. And Ambassador Boka knows that. And the danger for Ambassador Boka is that if he don't play the cards he's playing very well, when it turns on him and the Unity Party decide to consolidate and gang up and say, you know what, we're going to expel him from the party, it means that he's going to be running a government all by himself. And I doubt he's going to survive it. Because there are a lot of people out there with tentacles ready to fight. You cannot. The aspect that you said on the network here that, oh, you know, people should. There are some people that were in America here that left their jobs. Like the guy called Steven Johnson. Other guys, they literally left their jobs to make the sacrifice for Ambassador Boka. So you cannot be ungrateful to these people. Then it means that what other people said about you in the past is true. It will just be proving the people's argument to be true. Some of these people left their jobs in the United States, you know, work until some of them, they suspended time. That right now, these guys are in Liberia. What happened to their family here? What happened to the job security in America? Because they make the sacrifices for you. You cannot be ungrateful to them. You understand me? So that is what we're saying. We're not saying that, oh, these people can keep working. These people can keep working. But when you are part of an organization and you work to see the organization succeed, it is only fair for you to benefit from what the organization is going to benefit from. And that is all I'm saying, Batu. That is all I'm saying.
Thank you. I think I need to respond to you, then I will go to Malice and Mr. So to close this.
Well, you want
and
to
your
respond to my
statement
analysis?
is very touching. Your statement is not only touching, but it's very moving.
I'm on the line.
Yes. Okay. Hold on. It's up, Carter. Okay, Carter, I'll be coming to you to close to give us a closing as well. But let me say this here, Terry. Your point is well taken. When I made a statement earlier that people should work here, there was a certain group that left from here, didn't have jobs. But even as that, I do agree with you that those brothers and sisters that sacrificed so much for the election process for President Baka to be elected, that's fine. But the point, Terry, that I'm making is this. We don't know what is happening behind the scene. We don't know what type of conversation Ambassador Barker and his people having with these people, the like of Stephen Johnson and the rest of them. I don't know those things. And that's what I'm saying to you. Because I think I can detect from talking to you, I can detect that there's, you're not quite frustrated yet. But these kinds of things will generate that kinds of frustration feeling heavily. And my thing that I'm saying to you is this. We cannot preach to the Liberian people that trust us. This is a good man. Whatever Custer said about this guy, don't believe that.
So what my son said?
Father, he is our father. He will do well for us. Trust us. And Liberian people will say, okay, we're trusting you. And now we're saying, oh, there's people that sacrifice so much. And these people are not being looked up to or looked at. It creates some of feeling that what people are saying about you, they are truth. Then who are we? Did we fool the Liberian people? Is that what we're trying to suggest? And that's what I'm saying to many of us that stood on this platform here. Everything I dance here. It's not like I'm trying to make a fool out of myself, but I can make a fool out of myself anytime among Liberians. I don't care. They are my brothers and sisters. They're not going to throw me away. But on a sincere note, if we come out here every night, which we did, and put our lives on them, say, this is the man that can do this thing. Trust us. Now they have trusted us. And if Ambassador Barker behavior or someone, whatever it is, that is coming up at this very early stage, and then we're going to buy into it and start preaching against it, then we have, for me, it's like we have fooled the Liberian people. Then the Liberian people don't have any more trust in us, and it will give, even if Ambassador were to turn around and do what we're saying for him to do, the trust level will be diminished. And that is my argument. Let us give him the opportunity. Let us give him the latitude. Let us give him room. If you're going to make the mistake, let him make it for Liberians to see. And it's not because us that complain about the mistake. That is my argument. But your point is well taken. And it's very touching. And it's moving because these brothers and sisters got relatives here. They got family, they got sons, daughters, children in school. And some of them are been gone for almost 2-3 months. Who's taking care of the wives? Who's taking care of the kids? And people like Stephen Johnson, as young as he is, most likely got young kids. So I understand that. But if Ambassador Barker, and especially the wife, if she, because she's very she's in contact with these young people a lot. Because I heard her speaking one time and calling Falcon name.
Okay.
So she is in contact with them. So if they're going to,
is that what we're going to be on? I said, I'm not talking
the whole time become pastor.
We're not going to be
You're supposed to be the last to talk here. You're supposed to be the last to talk.
Everybody says something. You want to respond to
disagree.
So I don't want to fight you. Okay. Please give me a minute. Please. Please.
Yeah.
No, I'm not spoken. I'm not spoken. I'm not spoken.
Terry, you just spoke. When you pick it up, and when you join again, you're going to send it back to you.
Stop talking.
Jones, that's not Terry's fault. Sarah made his argument.
The point you make is making sense.
Argument to what is that?
He should not even count you a Terry argument. You cannot discuss the whole thing tonight.
Okay. Miles, you want to leave? Good night. We'll see you later.
I'm going to stand my ground. I'm not leaving.
Stay your ground. Then wait in Florida. Stay in Florida. Well, you can stay. But anyway, thank you. Mr. Miles Joe. Miles Joe, come in.
Hey, you're telling the partisan platform. You just let us know when we come, we'll keep quiet.
Mr. Mali, you want to do a revolution on the platform.
Away.
We're not fighting here. We're not fighting, please.
I said when you're telling the team to to partisan ideology, you just let us know.
No,
What kind of
Jerry,
there is no
Jerry,
partisan here.
next
These
week,
are all
they will
intellectuals.
not have room. I'm going
You
to
are
different software. Martin and Mr. So will not come in.
Well,
I will send you the invitation on it.
well, you've been sparing us in last 3 weeks now. We stay on and we stand our ground. This time I will be standing our ground. But anyway, I'm disappointed tonight about some of the analysis Terry just made about their job business, and we use the word like benefit. We fight for this thing here. We brought the people that the same playbook or President Weah. We have to change the trajectory. People, Terry, we all on the platform, we know we're better off at least than our brothers than back home. God is blessing us here. All right. So if we begin to speak language like, oh, if the diaspora want to come together to create a conglomerate and carry business home, and the Unity Party let government create an enabling atmosphere for them to work and create employment, then we'll be talking something good. But if we are seeing the people suffer for the party, and so that you go and also get a work, then who is going to create employment? Who is going to create employment? So I think we need to get away from that mentality that because I help Joseph Boakai, therefore he should give me a job. I'm not talking about the bash in Liberia. Maybe that message could be good for the bash in Liberia. But for those who are all in the diaspora, Terry, we are better off. Okay.
I'm not talking about me, Mr. Mali.
I'm coming now. We can come. Well, I want to thank God I'm better off to ask Joseph Boakai if I was supporting him for a job.
Right.
To be frank with you. All right.
I don't want
so if we the diaspora could come together, we say, the gentlemen, we are taking a water factory in Liberia. Let the government create an enabling condition for us to operate and provide employment. These are the kind of messages I think supposed to be going with the reform. You see, our brother then left the family behind here. They left all those things now. They're going for a job because it's supposed to be their benefit. You said that concept of running government, it tend to demote government to club, to fraternity. Yeah, we inside now and everybody should get benefit. So that my disappointment there. I think we need to start thinking differently now when we support our party. We can get a job based on a merit system. But I think the diaspora can do more by helping the government in diverse way rather than everybody flocking in just for job. The last time 500 people went in for job, and Alain on conference shows said, Joe, we are told them, you guys are better off, gentlemen. I want to listen to the guy there, the guy in the plane, they came back, other than change course. We need to change the trajectory right now. However, back on the issue of the chairman, Pato, it would rather like Joseph Boakai to run his government in peace. Today, I read in a New Dawn newspaper on Friday that rift is developing gradually in the Unity Party. It's not a good sign. It's a distraction for Joseph Boakai. It's a distraction for Joseph Boakai. The party chairman and all those who he going to command from that party, they get nothing to lose here. They will only betray more rare meat in the mouth of seditions. So, if Joseph Boakai is wise enough, we should not say, oh, let the chairman let you go, man. Oh, nobody that you get. No, you should call these people to put him under control. That would be my best advice. And next thing here is the issue of the rescue. I don't know. We are listening to many good speeches in Liberia from all the presidents that have been coming, from Helen Johnson, Sally, the Harvard veteran. We've been hearing the good speeches. They were all translated into what? Crisis. All right? So speeches cannot be anything. It don't even resemble rescue. No, confirmation and bringing in. Those are not, no. Those are platform as far as I'm concerned. If the rescue is not in line or reducing hardship in Liberia, it's not rescue. If we're not in line in creating stability where we can walk freely in Liberia, the rescue has failed. If the rescue team don't even go to look at the high cost of renters, a foreigner just carrying rental up and creating problem for the common people in Liberia, the rescue has failed. If the rescue team don't look at the bread and butter issue on the ground, like electricity, like pure drinking water, okay? Sanitation, they talk about it. Yes, the president spoke about that. I'm gonna be straightforward with that. All right.
Okay.
But if the raw mats, you want to call me all again?
No, go
Terry
ahead.
was on for more than 10 minutes.
Go ahead.
What?
10
minutes? No,
Yes.
that's not true. No, I spoke
right.
for 2 minutes exactly.
But Terry, you're right. Even in 20 minutes, you're right. You partisan. I'm not
No.
partisan.
Do not
However,
try to undermine the network, Mr. Mali, with your moja political strategy.
Why don't you somebody that will honor me? I beg you, man. Why?
So,
That's your political strategy.
So, okay. Let me.
I hope you give me. I'll be giving enough time to. Thank you very much.
So
let me. You want me to give you long time? I see
Okay,
this. You will be lucky if I gave 2 seconds there. Why,
okay. So let me conclude by saying Joseph Boakai has started a journey. The issue of putting employment benefit on his shoulder for people who suffer that should benefit, I think we need to sing that song for the people that inside Liberia who don't have other means.
So, Mr.
But for the diaspora,
point of inquiry, Mr. Mali, to you. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why you think war came against President Doe? Why you think President Doe failed? Maybe that question can go to you and Labor because you guys were there in the progressive and all that. Why you think President Doe failed? Why his leadership failed? That
President Doe failed.
Right
there were multiple issues, and not just one. Multiple.
But what's the main one? The major one?
No, what would be major to me may not be major to you. So let's leave that conversation.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mali.
So, well, my conclusion here is this. I'm concerned about the peace and unity in the UP party. If it go out of hand, Joseph Boakai will go out of hand.
Okay.
That's my little advice. That's just my little advice there. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Walter Carter, go ahead there, Mr. So can give him one or 2 seconds of his time. Go ahead, Walter.
Thank you, brother, Mr. Toll and all the panelists. You know, my closing argument will be around my brother Sissy.
Oh, you and this.
You know, hold on. Let me
Sissy come call again.
Matthew will call. This is culture business. That your team that was running like bro the radio.
Trust me, Sissy is going to come back again.
This is not a quadratic equation we solve in here, where we got the coefficient and plug into the formula. The ax squared plus bx plus cs equals 0. No, we're gonna do that to put in our, plus and minus, minus b plus and minus radical b squared over 4ac. No. We're not going there. We're talking about politics. When somebody come and say they're gonna rescue this country, and on day one, when I mean day one, for the length of time he's been in office, they are still scrambling here and there to organize the government, where they're inner rep again, among them, where they're fighting here and there, protestation all over the place, people not even taking pay for January, and then the mathematician want to tell me that maybe I can count 100 days. 100 days start with day one. You understand? 100 days start with day one. Day one, what we saw, dysfunction. Dysfunction upon dysfunction upon dysfunction. So I'm just saying, I'm not interested in what is unfolding in the Unity Party-led government as far as appointments of people who are disenfranchised or people who feel that they have been left behind. I think this president should formulate his cabinet and get the ball rolling so that he can deliver on his promises to the Liberian people. We're not going to be talking about Mo Ali get job when he does not implement his policy. We're going to be talking he failed, not because he didn't get Mo Ali job. We're going to be telling Liberian people in the world that Joseph Boakai promised to not allow any car get stuck in the mud in the first 90 days, 100 days. That's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about YXP being paid, not being paid. I mean, we're going to be talking about our sidewalks that President we have built that has not been transformed into roads. We're going to be talking about the pay increase that he said. He's going to go back to status quo, increase the people's salary. Those are things we're going to be talking about.
Right.
So I'm not really interested in the whole drama. That's why I want to tell the mathematician.
Okay,
When you come on this platform, yeah, he's listening. I want you to listen. We can come and debate the mathematical power later on. But you shouldn't bring his on the platform. You telling me that maybe I can count from 1 to 100. No, I can count. But before you reach 100, you got to start with 1.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. he said you got to laugh. You were laughing. But anyway, thank you guys. We have a wonderful show. We were interrupted so many times by the conservative. Oh, he's there. All right, Mr. Soul, you got something to say? Mr. Soul, do you have something to say?
You really enjoy yourself.
I am.
I think,
you saw the other guy say, I'm getting on his nerves. So I replied to him.
Yeah, and that's who you are, because you want your will to be done, and that's not going to happen here. You guys are the same very people in the sort of habit to protect your own alligators. And when the alligator began to get you guys, and then you turn by, knowing what I know, I thought it was XYZ. That's not what we're going to do here. It's a sovereign nation, and Terry is quite correct. You just don't know what's going on. You just don't know. And Edward in the town, you all along you be preaching stabilize. But we see chaos, dysfunctional. Chaos is ongoing within the party. We are talking about the sustainability of the party. The party must exist after his presidency. That's what we are looking at. We are not talking about short-term, what is before us. We are talking about the aftermath of his era as the president. What becomes of Unity Party? That's what we are talking about. I'm not talking about the reflections of your shadow, because wherever your shadow starts, that's what you think you want to sort of know. We think big. When I'm talking about Liberia, I take a holistic approach. I'm talking about 10-year, 15-year, what next? And this is one of the reasons all of these political parties in the country, they do not survive, because more or less one sees themselves as the Goliath of the party. And so when they take charge, they try to gain that absolute control. It's wrong. And you will never find any political party where you're going to see everything going to be okay. We know of that. But when you are a statesman, when you come down and you tell us you're going to stabilize, when we see these things coming in the early stages of this sort of government, we must speak out. So the idea, you and your sissy Minnesota politician, we started counting the 100 days already. We're not going to wait for you, you liberal. We're not running total republic. We're running the Republic of Liberia. I'm sorry to say, Ambassador Boakai is our president. And for those of you who feel so much, you're behaving like the same very sedition. That you think you're just only seditions felt they were only entitled to George Weah. That's what get him to be where he is today. Yesterday, we found on George Weah when some of the high cost seditions who were paying their $200 dues every month and doing everything and left and went. You think they're doing it because they want to gain publicity? Of course, politics is all about interest. You think I want to talk and can't give myself so corner? I don't have anything inside. All of your talk, so fake thing you're talking here that they're doing it for their country. What kind of country? They're doing it for themselves. We're going to be there for them. However, he has the right. But this is where good judgment comes in. When you see your party chairman, that thing, it was orchestrated. I can tell you from people that we talk to, because there's some discontent. The president is not willing to let certain things go. He needs, if it is true, all that we are hearing, then he needs to put the case to rest. It doesn't matter who the hammer falls on. Whether you're going to fall on the Mo Ali Teb, the Stephen, the how you call it, or Luther Tape. What? Where does Jeremy Appiah came from? From Class Reloaded. That's the same thing. He said some ridiculous thing. I hosted
Even
him.
Miata Famula came from Kabul.
Restoration here that if there were any people, they were going to attack people here. He is the Minister of Information now designated. You're unable to put your people in check. And when the country began to derail like a train, then you come back here and you think, look, every day, every night will call you out, you as a laborer, because your tone is becoming dangerous. You speak like Stanton Weatherspoon, and that's why you're taking to be your son. You talk like Henry Costa, and that's why you're taking your son. And then you come also to tell us you are involved, you are unbalanced, you are unstable. Bad news for you. We don't need unsteady people. We need steady hands in that country. If you stand for someone, if you support someone, if they are going off, you say it. We are not dictating to the president. He is the president. He makes the decision. But the wise man in the time make sure he secures stability and peace. You're not part of Unity Party. You destroy your party, Liberty Party. You and your sister, Nyombi Kanka, you created a faction within the Liberty Party. You ran away from there. You're seeking political shelter in Unity Party. And then you come here every night on one thought you say, now our business. My friend, that's our business. Go or come down to our business. What we are doing, we are doing the best for our party. Terry, I said that just to go, I admire the presidential press secretary. I said that before here, right? That she's someone that is opening up. I didn't see that happening on George Weah, presidential press secretary, my own friend, schoolmate, classmate, Riot, Solo Kegbe, and all of that. She hosted folks today at the executive mansion. And from what I'm hearing, the idea this lady is putting forward, very wise, try to get the presidency to the people. And that's how it's supposed to be, creating that corridor and making some sound decision. And we need to work as an institution and other institutions. She's trying to put a system in place. And that's quite correct. You can't just have anybody go show cell phone there and start doing whatever they want to do and wear any kind of thing and go to the mansion. But let's see the image. Our guy who's going to be accredited, hopefully, we're still going through the process. It was quite fascinating. And I got some here. That was what they call the meeting. The gentleman you see there, potentially he's going to be our correspondent at the executive mansion. This is Kula.
Wow. That's good development.
This is Kula for fun there with the guy and stuff. And I'm telling you, there are things she's putting in place for the press.
I'm
there are things she's putting in place. Say, look, the budget is not there, but we're going to lobby. I want to have a decent room to be having a regular engagement with the press. I understand people want to get to the presidency to get the information, but when you come in here, remember there are other foreign guests going to be coming here. You're not going to be wearing some kind of t-shirt falling down from your head to your shoulder and you say you're going to cover it. No. And I agree with her. He said, hey, you need to get, you tell your institution, you need to see you like this title business. I'm telling you now, bullshit. The rest on your head. Be like your son now too. He said, you tell your people, you need to get your passport and things ready. Who knows? There will come a time we will need independent institution to accompany the president. When the president is taking a tour to go, well, would that happen? But the idea, those sort of like great ideas coming,
giving hope,
going there, we have to be responsible as an institution, as a people too. You know, that's what we want to see happen. No, hold on. If I finish, I will tell you. I know it's getting under your skin, but we'll tell you. Because your old people now, you seems to be the trouble in that country than the young ones. Okay? So the liberal. And you were in charge today, you and your patron, Terry, you're doing your own thing. That's okay. And I'm an Israeli. When you hit me, I hit you multiple times. Tomorrow, I will be back here. I'll come to every meeting, every time that you sanction my voice, I will double that time, just so you know. Thank you.
Wow.
And good night. The liberal to
Thank
progressive.
you.
But I think Kula
Again,
is
folks,
great. Let her continue that. And you know me, when it's happening good, we say, hey, I don't let you. So you want to dance? Dance. We will speak for our country.
Thank you. Thank you. Terry, thank you
Yeah.
very much. Mr. So, I think we have to stick with the
the old proverb says, where there is fire, there is smoke. I mean, where there is smoke, there is fire. So Ambassador Burger need to put that fire off.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Everything.
So what you don't agree with? You know you want this is
Mr.
this
So,
guy here.
what we're talking about. Good night. Good night.
Yeah, you want to be in multiple places. You want to be here. You want to be here. No, be stable.
Good night, Mr. So.
Don't be like Kamina. Don't be like Antra.
Very good night, Mr. So. Good night. Been a wonderful, wonderful time. Again, folks, Samson to Liberian Public Radio. We're getting ready to close, but before we do that, once again, let me show you the station manager. This is Mr. Nathaniel Crypoor, who's the station manager for the LPR station, LPR network TV. He's been the station manager from start, going to almost 20 years or so now. And so anyone that don't know I know you know Mr. Cry, because if you type this name, Nathaniel Cry, in the YouTube section, he has his own channel, his own YouTube channel where he promotes music. He's a very, very productive person. But he's our station manager. He's been station manager from day one. And we just want to thank him very much. Again, let's go on now. Samson told Liberian Public Radio was way, way out of time tonight. I want to thank all of you that tuned into Liberian Public Radio. And I want to encourage you to continue to disagree with us, because we don't claim to know all. We'll come here and make some statement that you will consider those statements to be ridiculous, as long as we think what we're saying is truth. That we don't come here because of friendship and try to say things that we know we don't believe in. We'll do our best. We don't claim to know all. But I can't come and open this camera and try to do things to please you. I will say it. If you like it, good. If you don't, okay as well. You're not going to hurt my feeling. You can write, say anything you want to say about me. You're not going to hurt my feeling, as long as we do it with respect and with responsibility. That's what we're going to do. You don't have to agree with me. In fact, the more you disagree with me, because your disagreement with me put me in a position to learn, put me in a position to say, yes, perhaps. Because if you agree with me, I think, say I'm right, then I will repeat. But if you disagree with me, you are teaching me, and I'm not old enough to say I cannot learn. I learn every day. I want to thank all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Let's tune in for Mr. Social tomorrow, where Samson told the liberal will be the counterweight to the conservative view on this platform. We will be here. Good night, folks. Samson told Liberian Public Radio, and I will say good night to all of you.